In a world that never pauses, where every scroll gives you a new goal, where silence is uncomfortable, where being busy is worn like a badge. One truth has been quietly forgotten. Stillness is a superpower, but no one teaches it anymore. 1. Why does stillness matter in the modern world? You wake up to noise. You go to bed with noise. And all day long, notifications, charts, alerts, opinions, expectations. It's like your brain has become a tab in a browser with 40 windows open, and not one of them is fully loaded. We're surrounded by movement, but have we ever asked, is any of it meaningful? Or are we just running from our own mind? 2. The myth of productivity. Why doing more isn't always better? We glorify hustle. We respect those who sleep less, do more, push harder. But here's the catch. A distracted mind can never build a focused life. And a restless mind will always make restless decisions. True productivity doesn't come from speed. It comes from clarity. And clarity comes only when you slow down. 3rd, stillness is not inaction. It's powerful inner alignment. Let's clear one thing up. Stillness doesn't mean you sit in a cave and do nothing. It doesn't mean laziness or passivity. Stillness means you are not reacting to every external impulse. Your decisions come from intention, not impulse. You're aware of your inner state, not drowning in outer noise. In short, stillness is when your mind stops running away from the present moment. And when that happens, you take back control. 4th, the cost of a restless mind: anxiety, burnout, bad decisions. You might think you're in control, but have you noticed? You check your phone even when there are no notifications. You scroll through apps with no purpose. You sit to focus, and your mind starts pulling you into 10 directions. Why? Because we're addicted to noise, and that addiction costs us inner peace, focus, quality decisions, emotional stability. When your mind is always on, it never gets to recharge. And eventually, even the strongest processors burn out. 5. Why nobody teaches stillness anymore? In school, they teach algebra. In college, they teach deadlines. In work, they teach speed. But no one teaches how to be still, how to sit with your thoughts, how to listen before reacting, how to observe without judging. Because stillness doesn't generate profit. It doesn't create noise. But it creates wisdom. And in a world full of chaos, wisdom is the rarest currency. 6. The greatest thinkers, creators, leaders, they all mastered stillness. Let's look at the truth history whispers. Steve Jobs used silent walks for his biggest decisions. Mahatma Gandhi took a full day of silence each week. Marcus Aurelius journaled to clear the noise of power and war. Leonardo da Vinci believed silence is the teacher of those who listen. Stillness isn't a luxury of the spiritual. It's the foundation of true greatness. Because when the world screams, only those who are still can hear their own voice. 7. In trading, in relationships, in life, stillness gives the edge. A trader who can sit out noise wins more than one who chases every move. A partner who can stay calm in conflict builds deeper connection. A thinker who pauses sees patterns others miss. Stillness helps you. Resist FOMO. Avoid impulsive decisions. Tune in to your long-term vision and act from clarity, not chaos. Whether you're building wealth or a peaceful life, stillness is not optional. It's essential. 8.3. Signs you're lacking. Stillness, even if you think you're fine. You wake up with a sense of urgency. You feel anxious when you're not doing something. Your mind constantly replays things you can't control. These are not personality traits. These are signals. Your system is overloaded. And the antidote is stillness. 9. What does real stillness feel like? Not silence outside, but silence inside. That moment when your breath slows down and you can hear the sound of your own thinking fade. That's not emptiness. That's alignment. You become aware. You become grounded. You feel calm not because everything is perfect, but because you're present. It's a return to who you were before the world told you to rush. 10. How to practice stillness in real life. No monk mode needed. You don't need an ashram. You don't need a sabbatical. You just need to reclaim your attention. Here's how. 1. Begin your day with silence. No phone, no music, no conversation. Just sit for 10 minutes. Watch your breath. Observe your thoughts. 2. Do one thing without multitasking. Drink your tea without checking your phone. Walk without headphones. Drive without calls. 3. Create stillness pockets. Carve out 2 to 3 pockets of stillness in your day. Even 5 minutes of true pause can reset your mind. 4. Let go of urgency. Ask yourself, is this truly urgent or just habit? Most chaos is self-created. Awareness breaks the loop. 11. The hidden strength of those who embrace stillness. They're not loud, but they're heard. They're not fast, but they move forward. They're not reactive, but they're responsive. These are the people who change the room without raising their voice, who walk into chaos and don't lose themselves, who can handle uncertainty because they've made peace with silence. Stillness isn't weakness. It's power, matured. 12th, final thought. The world doesn't need faster people. It needs stiller minds. If you feel tired, don't push harder. If you feel lost, don't run faster. If you feel overwhelmed, don't add more. Instead, pause, breathe, be still. Because the answer isn't always ahead of you. Sometimes it's already inside you, and only in stillness will you hear it. If this voice spoke to something deep within you, then stay with this channel. Not because we shout the loudest, but because we choose to listen in a noisy world.